Okay, so straight from one video to another. So this is where the sun is at 2:30 in the afternoon. So this lawn area here, so the reason I'm doing this video is that we've got news. So I'm going to dig up this lawn and put wood chip on it and start planting stuff into it. So when I say, well, I'm going to be doing that, it's going to probably take me 2 or 3 weeks to do that, and I'll probably buy a cheapo polytunnel for 80 quid to go here, because if you look at the sun, so at midday the sun's going straight there, so that bit there is clear, but you see that as soon as the afternoon starts, the trees coming across there already, but for some reason there's no although there's 2 trees up there, it's not coming through there yet, not if I keep trimming those branches. But the shed, a crappy shed, that's impinging upon part of it there, so I don't know, herbs and courgettes. So I reckon I can put another polytunnel here, and I've put it past a couple of my housemates and they don't object, because they regard it as my garden because I'm the one who does the work. And I also spoke to the boss lady at the allotment about the wood chips, and her view was, as they were a free resource, I can just take them. And also she was saying that the guy who delivers them, he drops in to check on the wood chip situation. So what the situation is that the more wood chips we use, the more wood chips will get delivered. So I've been given a green light to take wood chips. So I think we worked out we needed 24, 27 for that area. So I think we need at least 30 bags of wood chips for here. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cutting the lawn into rectangles with this edge trimmer, about 9 to 12 inch rectangles, and then using the spade to slice the turf off and then turn it upside down, because it's this cunning trick that us humans have found out, that if you turn grass upside down it doesn't grow. Who'd have thought it'd be so simple? So that's what the big news is. So let's do a little tour. So I still haven't done anything along this edge, so this is basically a dumping ground at the moment. So this is grass cuttings that I'm going to be putting on the potatoes that I've just planted. And then if you count these big bags as 2 bags, then I've got 6 bags of wood chip here already, and I've got 2 bags of wood chip at the allotment. Okay, yeah, so that's another part of the plan, is the rain's going to be starting on Saturday, so I was thinking I may as well get as much wood chip tomorrow while the wood chips are still dry and light and easier to carry. So tomorrow, on Friday, I'll be spending most of the day doing wood chips, collecting wood chips. Right, so once we finish this area here, then all the rubbish here will get moved on over to the wood chips there, and then I'll work through here. This should be quite easy to do. So these are the peas which have come, I think they're aviola or something. I reckon there's about a 50 to 60% germination rate, just a guess. This is where the potatoes have gone in. That's my poor pathetic excuse for a compost heap, defined by the 4 2-metre bamboo canes around it. Because that area next to the hedge won't get much water it won't get much rain in the first place, and then whatever water it does get will then get soaked up by the hedge. So that's nothing else is going to grow there, or grow well. I may as well put the compost heap there. This windbreak is going to go at some stage. You know, I'm going to put it away rather than it's going to get blown over. But in the meantime, I've sort of like accidentally created a place for hardening off, because it can protect the plants from the sun. So this is my other lot of broad beans that are going to go out. So I didn't actually harden off the other lot, what with it being early March at the time, but I decided I'm going to harden this lot off before I plant them, and I'll be going probably in the middle bed here, because I've still got some alliums to put that half bed over there. Or another thing I could do is put them along here, but that entails A, getting rid of this windbreak, and B, sorting out this weed control sheet. Well, the broad beans are going to go out some stage over the next few days. I won't bother filming it. This is one of my crazy plans. So I had French beans in here last summer, but I stopped gardening. Now, rather than throwing these toilet roll tubes away, my plan is to just reuse them. Because the beans that were in them, they were inside the polytunnel and they didn't get any water, so they died a death. But rather than just throwing the toilet tubes away, I'm gonna put some more beans in them and see what happens. It's probably not one of my greatest ideas, but it's an idea. Oh yeah, so yesterday I was doing my planting up in the back garden at that little set of dilapidated drawers with my chair there and water and whatever. Because in the polytunnel it's like 25 to 30 Celsius when it's sunny, so it would be over 30 if I had it closed, but I'll keep it upside down to protect it. Yeah, so it's still 32 Celsius and high has been 34. Now, believe it or not, because I find it hard to believe, all of these plants here, yesterday morning, all of this lot was in my bedroom. Admittedly, these were in smaller pots, but all the plants here, apart from those sweet Spanish onions there, they were all in my bedroom. So when the cold weather comes next Tuesday, only a few are going back. So the things which are going back into my room will be chilies that are in green pots. So these are the 7-inch pots which have got the thing for air pruning. I still haven't actually found out why air pruning is a good thing or what it does. So I'm going to be watching Plot 13A video, Jenny, where she's going on about air pruning her onions. So I'd been putting off watching that until I was in a good mental state to sit down and watch it with all about the air pruning. And also 2 days ago, I had these plants out in the front garden sunbathing, and they didn't particularly like it. So you can see these aubergines, that'll be sun schooled, so I think that'll be the sun rather than the wind. And the Scotch bonnets, I should have worked this out, because they're Scottish, they don't like the sun. So quite a few of these have also got sunburn as well, but they're still alive. Only one of them died, although like that looks like that one's on its way to death now. but I've got a couple of spares in there that I can put. So there's tomatoes, that's the lemon drop chilies. So the plan for the rest of the afternoon, I've got 20 of the aubergines to, the Turkish orange aubergines to pot up. So I've only got a few green pots left. So we'll try these other 7-inch pots I've got. And then if they run out, then we've got these 2-litre pots that I bought from Lidl a few days ago. And then after that, so we've got in the white 7 fluid ounce cups, we've got 120 of the snack peppers or lunchbox peppers. So I want to pot 40 of those up into red cups. So that would mean getting rid of 1 tray of these and having 2 trays of red cups instead. Because see, look at that one, that giant over there. Oh, and also that one having flowers has reminded me, because I've got so many chilies here and I don't have any bell peppers. So although I've been pulling some flowers off before, I'm going to stop pulling flowers off and just let them produce chilies, because none of them will be producing big chilies. So, which will be like what will totally disable a plant. So I'm just going to let them flower and produce and see what happens. And one thing I should mention is the water being used as a heat storage system. So both this one here and this one here, they've bowed out because of the weight of the water being so heavy. So all I've done at the moment is put some cling film on, but the cling film doesn't cling to this plastic. So I'm not quite sure how good a job it is at keeping the moisture in. Because I'm thinking, because of I've got all of my water mass just sitting on the ground, that it's actually acting as a conduit, and that it's instead of radiating heat into the polytunnel, it's absorbing heat and putting it into the ground instead. So I don't actually think, the way that I've got it at the moment, that it's actually keeping the temperature higher at night. I think it's actually causing it to go lower. So in the early morning, it might be, say, 2 Celsius in the polytunnel and 3 Celsius outside. But we'll see how it goes. One thing I have noticed, though, is that all of these water containers, they get condensation on the outside. So you know when you walk into a polytunnel first thing in the morning, and it's like a Turkish bath with all the steam and condensation. All these buckets, dustbins and whatever with water in, because the water vapour in the atmosphere is condensing on them, it's lower the humidity in here, which makes it more pleasant. But it hasn't made it more pleasant enough for me to actually do any potting up or planting of seeds here in midday or in the afternoon. Not that I've actually got any room. So that's another reason I'm doing it in the garden, is I've got I'm starting to run out of room. So what I'd really like is for that dilapidated shed down over through there to be workable. And then things like my pots and all my compost and that could all be in there. So that would cause some extra space. And one thing that I think I need to do also is, because pests tend not to, apart from aphids, tend not to go after the peppers and the chilies, a lot more of these peppers and chilies will have to go onto the floor and take their chances, so that things like aubergines can stay at a raised level. And also when I start sowing brassicas, there's absolutely no way I'm putting those on the floor. They'll just get wiped out totally by a slug. I think it only takes one slug to do it as well. Okay, so that's the end of this report.